The stars come out at night. How much sleep does a rat take? Can you see a star bright in the night, the same star all around the world? But the primary goal of this cassette was to explain something which I may have said once before, but since this cassette will be so much smaller, it'll be retained. Okay, here's how it goes. I feel I must do a video. I get so much, not so much information, but I can create a lot of information and many equations that get me so excited. Even if I write it down, I didn't tell anybody. As long as somebody watches this video, as long as the numbers come up on this video, the better I feel. The better I feel that my views are either A, understood, okay, B, revisioned by somebody else knocking me down, or C, just the equation before the answer. Jeopardy, just like on Jeopardy. I knew I had my friend Al here for a reason. He loved Jeopardy and he was good at it. He was good at it because he knew how to get on the street. If you know how to get on the street onto the equation, you can search the matrix, because the files in the folders is us. We are the files of the folder. We make the decision that takes 10% of our brain to organize what it does and then send the information upstairs for it to come back down again through our high and low blood pressures, seemingly. But what I'd like to understand, if they say we use 10% of our brain, is the other 90% of our brain used to direct our organs? Mind you, I'm not an organ seller, and I don't have a piano, and that would be an organ, and I don't play the organ, but I rather do like it. So I come on here to exhaust myself. 107 is the number today. I came it up 3 times, 107 Fahrenheit, 107 Celsius, and then 107 by the total number value count. Okay, I'm looking it up right now. The 107 value count of, I'm going back, of 20. 20 has a count of 107. The TWEN should be a twin, but it's a twin because it's an electronic. It's not 1, it's 2. TW. TWA, transformation of beta angel into creation angel, which passes on the connection and the split of Y. 107 is the count. 20 and 30, if I count them together, 709, 207, actually equals 9. I would have to look this up in Fahrenheit and Celsius to understand the better of it. But 20, 2, 5, 5, 5, 2, 7. 5 and 2 is 7, 5 and 2 and 7, 5 and 2 and 7. This 7. Now you would say, well, what is this? Well, 20 and 30 go together for 207. You can have 10 and 20, not in this world, not in the second world. 10 is in the first world. It doesn't need a T and a Y, because 10 comes with the T and a Y, because before 10, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Starting at the 0 is 10 and equals to 45. So inside 10, in which is the actual letter count of 39, is 45. 45 and 39 is 84, which is 4 by 12 and 3 by 12 on the dice. And many other ways I can go into something and tell you a whole lot more stories. And when you get the numbers, I mean, I remember them all, and I know where they connect. Nothing really starts until 40 and 90, because that would be the birth. But inside life, to run it, it would be 40 and 60. Okay, a straight line between 40 and 60 would go together. 40 and 60 is 100, but the count of 40 is 105. Before I even go any further, 105, okay, is the game of poker, from the ace to the ace. It's everything. A1, A5, omega, to 50. 10 in, 10 to 50. When you look at it, Okay, 50 and 50, where's 50? Okay, now where's that number again? Oh my God, I lost it. I don't like to do that. Okay, but 50 ends with a TY, but it goes fifth, F-I-F-F-I-T-Y, fifth, or F-I-F-T-Y, or whichever way you want to spell it. Okay, 50. Can that be 1/5? Of course it's 1/5, because you're only 1/5 of whatever passed through that T. This isn't a joke, no joke, no joke. Everything, to me, must have more of a meaning than saying 50 is 49 ones plus 1 1. 50 is 25 twos. Is 50 anything else? 50 is 2 25s. 50 is 51s, exactly if you want to go. So there's different ways to go it. And don't forget, 50 is also 5 times 10. Why can I say 5 times 10? Because I got 1 penny that goes into 50 times. I've got 5 cents that goes into 50 10 times. I got 5 dimes that goes into 50 5 times. I've got a quarter that goes into 50 2 times. So now we're going to move the pen over, try and get my lighter, and we're going to calculate how this works. Now, we also have 2 times 25 equaling to 50. You see, we don't have a 2 cents. We only have a 1 cent. 1 times 50 equals 50. 5 times 50 times 10 equals 50. And 2 times 25, 5 times 10, 1 cent, 2 cent, 5 cent, 10 cent. Okay, that's where it is. As you've seen in many videos before, 86, Mem, love. One of the names of God and His world. Okay? If I have 2 50s, then I use 2 times. I end up using the 2. So the 2 worlds of 25 makes 50. The 1 penny times 50, 50, 50, 50. From 1, it's 50, 50. 1 makes it split, half and half. Here they split it at 25. Here it's a whole. 5 times 10 cents is 50. So now we use the 1, the 2, the 5, the 10, and the 25 cents. And the number I use, they even make a silver 50-cent piece. We use the total of ABE. AB, that's what creates the name AB, and reverse it, it says BEA, like and B. What was it from? From the Andy Griffith Show? So now we have, where are we? Keep losing myself, okay? So now we're over here, we've used these, and from these 3, and working on number 50, we end up with 150. But we must revert all of these. 10 times 5 cents, 50 times 1 cent, 25 times 2 cents. Or how do we find 2, 1, and 5? By dividing 50. Regardless, the flip side of this is another 150. 150 and 150 is 300, and lately I've been talking about bowling, which the pins are on an angle. If I understand that the 45-degree angle creation of light, that if you put 2 back to back, it ends up making a square, or it doesn't. What are the angle placements of the bowling pins? Now some people are starting to think, well, he said 2 minutes, he's coming on here, he just wants to explain himself. That's right. I'm going to explain myself. 150. 1 plus 5, 6. 8 stands alone, 86 M. There's more you can do to this, but we're going to leave it at this. There's so many things I can come down here and do, but this one is the super one. 3, 4, 3. That's the way it works. 7, 7, 7 in one world, 7, 7, 7 in the other world, and then the total would have the 4 7s. So I'm not going to do that in this cassette, or should I do it? Okay, I'm going to do it. 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 equals 2100, 280, and 21. Here's your answer. You cannot multiply at the same time the other numbers. You have to separate it all. What did the first number give me from 7? What did the second number give me from 7? What did the third number, and what did the fourth? Here I only did 3. The total is 2380, 2380, 2401. So I would mark down 2401, and because it comes from this world, the 7 world, 2 plus 4 plus 1 is 7. 24 plus 1, if you divide it up as it could change onto the dollar sign, it would be 25, because it's the 1/4 of the world that it is. Now what I'm going to do is that, did I do that? So, yeah, that was the answer to the 4. I'm sorry. That was the answer to the 4. 2401. But really and truthfully, that's only a total. It shouldn't be this. You see, you only can work 3 worlds. 343 and 343 is 686. Again, we repeat that number again of 86. 8 and 6, 8 and 6. 8 by 6 is 48. Now, if you take 8 by 6 is 48 and then reverse it as 132, ABC or ACB. What happens when you do that now? Where was I? In 343? Was that where I was at? You see, the dice only has 6 sides. You always need to leave space. So you have 2 dice, so you'll have 6 sides on each, which is actually supposed to make the 7, because there is 1 that will connect to create the extra 7, making it 3 numbers to 4 numbers to 3 numbers. They all become 4 numbers by connecting to the center. This is telling you an amount. I would usually say delta angle, but I don't. This is the center of 3 and 3. It tells me 3 says go this way. 3 says go this way. They're all going to the same point and the same mark. I did the AM/PM, bowling 40/90. Here we go 60/90. 60 comes out to 9 and 7. 9 plus 7 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. So that's right. Now 90 equals 87. The total is 184 or 9229, which would come out to 121, which is 11 times 11 in the short show of what it is. The other thing is the real game that is played, okay, starts at 4. But everything can only start for man as the passage 5, as he connects. 5 to 8 is 13, 85 is the matrix. 8-letter count is 49, 5-letter count is 42, the total letter number is 91, and spirit is 91. Counting from 1 to 13 is 91. There are 88 keys on the piano, plus the 3 pedals, creation, 91, and so on, and so on, and so on. Anyways, before I let you go, on number 23, okay, there's only 4, right? So 4 times 23 is 92. And that's the maximum you can go to the birth, and that's the same number we were working on. Raphael, 7286. Thank you for letting me exhaust and watching whatever I do, because the magic in my own world has begun many years ago. But it only seems to be becoming stronger and stronger. The only reason I think that is I'm so relaxed for the last 3 days. They say before the storm, this is what happens. Well, obviously life is not perfect. It's impossible that I can smile every day. But we'll see. We'll see. Raphael, 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. This world will be saved. It already has begun. It has begun very strongly for those who pray to God. Those who are not sure how to pray, but only want to be able to pray to only one God and understand that this world is the way it is, that's good. Someone who prays to 10 gods may be all mixed up, but he really really much wants to pray to one God, so that's okay. If you do something bad and you want to pray to God because you did something bad and you feel shit, that's okay. God says reflection is halfway to the top. Regardless of how many times you make the mistake, you'll pay at the end. God won't. You've been there a few times for him. Doesn't mean he can help you because you made your own choices. Don't blame it on anybody else. Raphael, 72, 86. Men love.